Have you ever wondered what would happen if a king walked among us in secret? If a ruler hid his crown to test the hearts of his people? Today, I want to tell you a story. Not just any story, but one filled with mystery, humility, and a friendship that changed two lives forever. So sit back, open your heart, and listen closely. Because what you're about to hear might just stay with you for the rest of your life. Long ago, in a land of rolling hills and deep green forests, there was a great kingdom ruled by a king who was wise, but troubled. His advisors flattered him. The noblemen bowed low and praised him, but something inside the king whispered, "Is it real? Do they respect me? Or do they only fear my crown?" He couldn't sleep. Night after night, that question haunted him. So one day, he made a decision, one that shocked the court. He disguised himself. He put aside his golden robes and wore the clothes of a traveler, worn boots, dusty cloak, no guards, no trumpets. Just a man, alone, curious, searching. He wandered through his own kingdom as a commoner. People passed him by, never knowing who he really was. Some were kind, some were cruel. Many didn't look him in the eye. But one cold evening, after days of walking through villages and mountains, he grew tired, exhausted even. He reached the edge of a quiet valley. There, a small campfire flickered between two rocks. Beside it sat a man, humming softly, tending to a pot of stew. He was a shepherd. He was young, but his face held wisdom. His hands were rough from work, his eyes calm and kind. When he saw the stranger, he didn't ask questions. He smiled and said, "Come, friend. The wind is cruel tonight. Sit by the fire, share my stew." The king hesitated. Could this simple man truly be so generous? The shepherd didn't wait. He poured a bowl and handed it to him. "I've got little," he said, "but what I have is yours." That moment changed everything. The king sat, warmed by the fire, listening to the shepherd speak. He spoke of stars and sheep and storms. He spoke of dreams and silence and the beauty of honest work. And not once did he ask the stranger who he was or where he came from. They sat under the sky that night, two men from different worlds, united by kindness. The next day, the shepherd offered to show him the valley. "It's not much," he said with a grin, "but it's home, and there's a place by the river where the fish leap like they're dancing." The king followed, and for days he stayed. He helped herd the sheep. He carried water. He laughed. He listened. He felt alive. Gone were the heavy robes, the golden throne, the cold marble halls. Here he was seen, not as a king, but as a man. And the shepherd treated him no different. But as all things do, the truth had to rise. One morning riders arrived, royal guards searching the land. The people had begun to whisper, "The king is missing. The throne is empty." The shepherd saw them from the hill and turned to his friend. "They're looking for someone," he said. The king looked at him, heart pounding. The moment had come. "My friend," he said slowly, "I must tell you something." He stood tall. His voice, once gentle, became commanding. "I am not who you think I am. I am the king of this land." The shepherd blinked. Then he laughed. "Of course you are," he joked, "and I'm the emperor of the stars." But the king didn't smile. The guards reached them. They bowed deeply. "Sire," they said, "we've found you." The shepherd's face paled. His hands trembled. You weren't lying." The king turned to him. "I came to find truth," he said, "to see the heart of my people, and I found yours." The shepherd fell to his knees. "Forgive me, Your Majesty. I didn't know. I treated you as an equal." But the king knelt too, lifting him up. "Exactly," he whispered, "and that is why you are the greatest friend I've ever known." From that day forward, the shepherd was never alone again. He was brought to the palace, not as a servant, but as an honored guest, a brother in spirit. The king told the court, "He gave me warmth when I was cold, food when I was hungry, and friendship when I had none." Some nobles scoffed. "He's just a shepherd," they whispered. But the king replied, "Then may all of us be shepherds, for in his heart I found more nobility than in 10 courts." Years passed. The shepherd never changed. He still walked the hills, still listened to the wind, still smiled at strangers. But now he carried something more. He carried the story of how kindness, given freely, shaped the fate of a kingdom. And the king? He ruled with new eyes. He trusted less in titles, more in actions. He held fewer banquets and more quiet talks beneath the stars. Their friendship became legend, not for riches, not for power, but for a simple bowl of stew by a fire. Now, why does this story matter? Because in a world chasing fame, sometimes, it is the quiet soul, the humble act, the unseen kindness that changes everything. You see, my friend, you never know who walks beside you. That stranger? He could be a king. That kindness you give? It might echo louder than any crown. So remember this: help without asking, love without reason. Trust that the smallest moments are sometimes the biggest. And if this story touched your heart, even just a little, then help us spread it. Like this video. Share it with someone who needs hope. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Ali Trainings Official, where stories speak the language of the heart and where English becomes more than words. It becomes connection. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and never stop believing in the power of a humble heart.